Living, structured soil, the world's most valuable resource.
Hi, I'm John Morris, owner and founder of Agri-Essentials. Agri-Essentials have pioneered New Zealand volcanic rock as a fertiliser blended with fish, seaweed and other natural ingredients, culminating in a fertiliser that is full of life, minerals and paramagnetic energy. Life begins and ends in the soil.
Agri-Essentials.
Welcome back. Well, we're about to find out whether, or put the myth that the cobbler's children are the worst shod, the mechanic has the most crappiest car. Does the landscape designer have the best garden?
Sometimes.
Yes.
Not always. Yeah, but again, I want this to be a bit of a showpiece for my business as well, so
Yes.
it's got to be reasonably presentable.
Yes, well,
yeah.
if you're working out of home, obviously,
yeah,
and
yeah, a lot of
gives
clients
face.
come here just to look at plants and things. Yeah, so and a lot of clients want to come here. They want to see a garden, but yeah, a landscaper doesn't necessarily have a nice garden. Definitely.
As a landscaper, once you get into the plants, are you a plantsman or a plant collector?
Yes, there's the odd thing that a designer garden wouldn't have that I just have to have. Certain plants that are rare and you've just got to have.
Yeah, lovely.
And as we go down further, I'll show you a few of the more precious things, but you'd never put them in a designer garden.
No.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, this little area here, it's quite a beautiful little sun porch, and is this part of the house that you bought?
No, it had what I call a builder's deck, a tiny little narrow deck that was a waste of space, so we've tripled the size of it and made an outdoor room really. It's on the north side of the house. We've sheltered it from the west, just happens to be we're in a westerly wind spot, so, and we use this summer and winter, and a bit of cover over the top, canvas covering over the top, and yeah, makes a lovely little outdoor room.
Yeah. And you've certainly used some interesting plants there, but the Pandoria coming over the fence, bit of an added bonus.
Yeah, the neighbour planted that and it's crawled over the fence and I love it. So it's just, I haven't chopped it back yet, I will, but I haven't chopped it back. Looking great at the moment. Yeah. Because we've got the star jasmine as well, which again flowers at a different time. So we've got a bit of a continuation there.
And some beautiful scent to come through.
Yep, definitely the star jasmine with the scent. And there's a standard Sanqua camellia as well, Setsugika, which is really popular. And that's the same as the one down the drive.
Oh, right. Yes, because so is continuity of some species a part of a good landscape?
It is. Yep, definitely. Yep, definitely.
Yeah. Oh well, I can see some beautiful euphorbias out there and a bit of lavender. We better go and have a look at those.
Okay.
Look, Chris, you've got a complete, lovely, beautiful garden here, but I'm loving this season the white Daphnes seem to be doing particularly well, don't they?
Yeah, no, they are looking good. Again, I only use the white one because the pink one sometimes clashes, unless it's an old-fashioned garden, and then it works. But and we put it here because it's nice and close to this outdoor room, so the scent just wafts in the winter. Yeah.
And the little corner of olives, that's got to be the westerly, I assume, that they're taking for you.
The westerly, and blocking the houses in the distance as well.
Right.
My favourite spot is sitting on the sofa there, looking out at the greenery from inside, and these block that house.
And the lavender's just around the edge, just giving you a downward view too. That's a little bit of cleverness to look down on.
Yeah. Again, it's the only lavender I use in Taranaki dentata, the French one, because a lot of the others just don't last any length of time at all. And it makes a lovely little hedge very quickly, but you know, you might get 5 to 10 years out of it if you're lucky. Yeah. And then they go all woody. But you replace them, and then they come back again. But they're lovely, and the contrast I love at the moment is the euphorbia and the lavender.
Yes, isn't that fantastic? You know, and they have a plant that have almost in the last 10 years were in fashion, then went out of fashion, and now coming back in. And I can imagine those. Everybody will want one like that in the corner of their garden. once they've been visited here.
The problem is, by festival time, it's just finished.
Oh no!
Yeah, so it's looking fabulous now, and through the winter, it really brightens this space up.
Yeah.
And that lime green goes with anything. It's just absolutely amazing.
Yes.
So in fact, what I'm going to do after you've gone is cut those off so that the foliage comes back and looks nice.
Yes.
It's a shame. They will be here at festival time, but they'll look motley. So
Right. Just have that little bit of. But the other little thing, I'll give you a little fact here. I love slipping in those.
Yep.
The euphorbia. There is a group of scientists that found out of that white sap they could make an artificial or a synthetic oil for car engines and everything.
Really? Oh my gosh.
It's an amazing thing,
Right.
unless you get the sap on your face.
No, not good.
Yeah, so you have to be careful with cutting them. And
no, they are a pain to cut.
yes.
Well, perhaps that might be a product of the future.
Yeah.
Because they grow so fast here.
Yes,
they really
well,
do.
all of them, and of course, you know, my father always talked. If you ever have a warts, you go and cut a piece of euphorbia and wipe that, and it gets rid of warts. He swears by it, but
no, I didn't know that.
never worked for me.
Right.
I had to get mine cut out.
Right.
Yeah. But what a fantastic view you've got here, and one of the things I'm looking at is some of the different ages of the houses that you're looking at. You almost got a lovely little pattern of houses, haven't you?
There is a mixture. Yep,
Yeah.
we've got 50s, probably 60s and 70s.
Yeah.
And as you see when we go down, there's a house being built at the moment that looks down on our garden.
Yeah,
and that's constantly changing. Again, this house was built 4 years ago, and that house was built 4 years ago. So it is a real mixture. Yep.
And to me, just the right amount of tall trees here and there, not causing big shading problems or safety problems.
Yeah.
And so it's a fantastic view. Well, we haven't even got out off your deck, and I'm enjoying your garden hugely.
Right.
So let's carry on down.
Yep.
Well, Chris, quite an extensive retaining wall put in here. Was that part of your landscaping work?
No, that was already here. The builder had done that to build the house. So,
right.
But again, it was hard, cold timber.
Yeah.
So I covered it with Boston ivy.
Yeah.
Which, as you can see, is
lovely
just
little red
shooting out.
spots and that.
And by festival time, it's everywhere.
Yeah. Now, steps down. Now, is there a formula you work to, or did you just work out for the?
It was fairly well determined by the distance and the height drop. I don't usually like to have more than 150 mils on a riser, and we do go to 200 sometimes, but 150 is a good standard riser. And 300 treads, these are probably a bit more generous.
Yes. Again, we look out, fantastic view, and it changes as you go down, and in spite of the wet, some lovely lighting out in the garden, isn't there?
It's a good day despite the rain.
Yeah. And a nice little bit of colour with your caps on your posts.
Oh yeah, there's the odd quirky little thing, and a few recycled things. This handrail is obviously recycled.
Yes.
That's recycled.
Yeah.
I just go to the demo shop and see what I can find for next to nothing.
Yes, it's a great place. Builders, artists, restorers, and everybody all hang out.
Yep.
Yeah. Now, this garden certainly shows one of those lessons of the garden that when you're walking and going through the garden, you've got to stop and look back, don't you?
Yeah.
Because, man, there's quite a drop down there, and just even the immensity of that. But agaves and things in there too are looking particularly nice. Couple of little ragged edges.
They
but,
got a frost in the middle of winter. We had 2 frosts here.
Yeah.
We were away at the time, but when I came back, I've got bananas down the bottom, and they got frosted as well.
Oh gosh.
But just in case there's a late frost, I'm leaving the cleaning up of them till for say another 4 or 5 weeks.
Yeah.
Because if there's another frost, it'll just make those more raggedy, and they will be a bit tidier.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they do look great. But they're a little bit tender.
Yeah. And one of my favourite words of the moment, as some of our viewers will see, is drama in the garden, and they really add that too, don't they?
Yep. Believe it or not, they came from the dump.
Oh, recycling. So you need to get down to look at your dump, the recycling places at the dump, and you're almost going ahead with an interesting one, isn't it?
Yep. No, it's good.
Yes.
It's good.
Yeah, so we carry on, and you've got the lovely little shed and view down into the shed there too.
Yep.
That
It was sort of going to be my work studio, but it's too far away and not quite so practical. But it's going to be a little display room with books and things.
oh
in
right,
there.
and
yeah.
and of course on a day like today, you don't want to be carrying plans up the stairs.
No.
Now that yellow flower down there, what's that? Which
That's
is
Caltha palastris. It's the marsh marigold,
right?
maybe?
Yes,
Yep.
yes.
Yeah, there's a little...
in the ranunculus family by the looks of it, is it?
Yep, definitely.
Yeah.
And again, by festival time, you won't see it. It's in an old bath.
Oh, right, you need the swampy.
Yeah, there's a few things there. Pontidaria is another one, which hopefully will have grown a little bit by festival time.
Yeah.
So that's my only water feature.
Aha,
Yeah.
yes. And I love the silver birches. These must be magical with the white stems.
The vertical, again, on a day like this, they really stand out. So the verticals are really important. I've got a few verticals around, and the Buxus Graham Blandy up there
just
as well.
Up here, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. On the other side, yeah.
I like the getting verticals is really good. It sort of makes your room a little bit more rigid, and just makes the space feel bigger as well.
Yes. That's an interesting technique. Right, onwards and downwards.
Right.
Agri-Essentials fertilisers increase topsoil depth, carbon content, fertility, water retention, soil drainage, soil biology, minerals, and improve plant and animal and human health.
Agri-Essentials, makers of the best fertilisers on and for the earth. New Zealand farmers, the choice is yours.
Agri-Essentials.